today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Tennessee Titans.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
On play action, Cousins. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
We had an idea that they might come out and challenge the secondary, but I don't know if we thought it'd be right out of the gate on the very first play of the game. But they did so successfully, they've got to feel good about how things have started.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he finds his target. It's short. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Cousins gives way to Cook. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. They're quickly to Thielen here. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll run for it with Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Cook. And they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it, 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message, and the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brendan, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
This is Derrick Henry. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
taken down.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. A first down carry for Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Daniil Hunter on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Running jet sweep here, Humphries. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adam Humphries. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Johnson now returning. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Cook. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Adoree Jackson deep for Tennessee. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On first down, Henry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Going to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Shotgun handoff to Henry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU, and Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him is his ability to play the ball in the air, and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Cousins again. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Titans' 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
The 30-yard line.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or playing the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
On 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now
he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Right there, the fake worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man. A perfect fake field goal. Love it.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, It makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
39-yard line.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Cameron Batson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Complete.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
The pass complete to Corey Davis. A gain of...
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now out comes Minnesota. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down. Here's Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24.
Now Cousins. Now into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down. And it's caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try to up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. This one caught by Davis. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Tennessee score. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now here's Johnson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And it's the Texans who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. 24-21, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game. That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. And when he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And the Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's first and goal. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Henry on the carry.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Makes the score Titans 24, Vikings 21.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributing. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime win against New Orleans in the playoffs last year, who caught the game-winning touchdown? That guy right there, Kyle Rudolph.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First and 10 at the
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate, Stephon Diggs, to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
Brings up.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. Responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player having that type of a day, because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything. The bottom line for him, he's doing great work. Sometimes it just opens it up for other people to actually get into the end zone for him.
The runners, you know, they'd rather have 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 150 no touchdowns.
I think more than likely 150 and no touchdowns. But all the runners that I know would say, I'll take 150 and 3 touchdowns. They're greedy that way.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Down Titans.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Anthony Barr brought him down. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
For A.J. Brown, incomplete.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to Batson. And he will have the Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
1st down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
And the Titans.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 14.
Taken down at the 14.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Derrick Henry, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Daniil Hunter on the stop.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McCann's kick up and good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
Vikings 21.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A very solid gain of 27.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
1st and 10.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And if the Vikings can take care of business on the extra point, they will have the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point try by Bailey. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
Now he's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And some room to roam now. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but he was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Over the middle, Schultz got it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, no surprise there that he got the ball. When you've got 2 touchdowns already, you're probably demanding it in your own huddle. And you can bet this defense, though, is going to be keyed in on him at this point, and they did a nice job stopping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. To throw, Cousins. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
For the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that winds up a 7-play drive all total. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Stand 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Back to throw now on first down. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. That'll bring up second down.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets it to Brown, complete. but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To Adam Humphries.
He'll look to throw. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 7. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
That keeps the score. Vikings.
And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Cousins is going to take this one down to a knee and end it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Vikings, It's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.